welcome back to River City Runs Red, our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle here on Restless Barbarian Gaming. It's good to be back. It's been too long, like 5 months, but we're back. And before we get into a sort of like little recap / summary of where we're at now, I will have all my lovely players reintroduce themselves and who they're playing, starting with Tom.
Hey everybody, Tom. I am playing Ephrem, a Malkavian nightclub now owner, who's had some challenging nights of late, and we'll get to know a little more about him soon.
And Pluto.
We're going down this way. I knew
Yes,
it was
we are
gonna
going
happen.
this way.
Hello. I'm Pluto. I play as Scully, a night veterinarian, and, well, the only anarch of this merry band. Sure hope nothing happened last season that put some tension there.
I'm sure it's fine. And Jen.
Okay, I'm playing Delilah Cole. She's a Nosferatu. Very strong. I don't know. She's strong because Nosferatus are strong and can really harm people that are not, as strong as her. So that's what she's doing.
Yeah, she killed a lot of zombies at the end of last season.
Yeah.
Yeah, was real good at it.
All right.
And last but not least.
Me. Yeah, it's me, Tiara. Yeah. Hi, I'm T. I am playing Yvaine Mallory, lovable clan ministry girly. Hopefully it's catching my audio because sometimes I don't know with this site. But
You're okay so far.
Okay, awesome. And yeah, I think at the end of last season, Yvaine was crashing out a little bit. So Tee wonder what will happen this season.
Well, last we left off, quick little recap before getting to where we're at now. The Coterie, along with several other members of both the Camarilla and Anarchs alike, grouped together to take care of a Magar who had been causing a lot of troubles for people in the city and bringing unwanted attention. And they tracked him down to the Masonic Temple and just killed a ton of zombies that he threw at them before he essentially kamikazed after realized he was not going to win. And unfortunately took out Ephrem's Mala Bremery in the process. And also the mysterious death of the Baron of Ward 2, Amelia Reyes, who had been badly injured during the fight, but was seemingly finished off by a knife that looked like it belonged to Bremery. And this left everyone who was involved in pretty rough shape. Tensions were high and trust was low, to say the least. And everyone had sort of been just reeling from that night's events. But we will be picking up about 1 month after the incident at the Masonic Temple. And the state of the city is tense, to say the least. Ward 2 is functionally non-existent, as it has been functionally cannibalized by both Wards 1 and 3, as well as the Camarilla has also taken chunks of it for itself as well. And initially, after the death of Baron Reyes, there were isolated raids at Camarilla safe houses by parties unknown, but easy enough to assume who it probably is, and or at the very least, some of who it is. And but as soon as wards 1 and 3 started encroaching in on ward 2 territory, the raids became more widespread and less specific. So things are tense, and that is where we'll be picking up tonight. And I think we'll start out with Scully. What's Scully been up to, and what are they doing on this Friday night?
Well, Scully has been up to a lot of laying low, really. Recovering from injuries from the past fight, and really going to work a lot. It's maybe best not to poke your head into the other one's businesses, but besides that, just like kind of keeping a loose eye on what's been going on with Ward 2, since she does not want to run into certain other people from other wards. But yeah. Besides that, if anything pops up about what happened to Reyes, she's been trying to keep an ear out for that, but that's up to you to decide if anything has.
All right, understandable. I would say Merrick would have kept you in the loop about a couple of things, just because, you're both part of the same ward. You were at the whole incident when things went down, so if nothing else, he just feels like it's his duty to sort of like keep you in the loop whenever things come up, which has been sparser than he would like, admittedly.
Yeah.
So what is Scully doing this Friday night? Would they go into the veterinary clinic, or would they be doing something else?
Depends on kind of what she's heard from Merrick recently, if anything has popped up. Otherwise, most likely going into work.
Yes, wouldn't have heard anything specific about Reyes, just that the sort of like isolated attacks have been getting a little more brazen, from what he believes to be members of the former Ward 2.
Yeah, okay.
But other than that, he doesn't have anything concrete on the leads to who exactly took out Reyes. He can certainly guess as to why she was taken out, but it's the who that he is having a difficult time narrowing down.
I think what Scully is going to do is probably page Merrick. I feel like that would probably be a little bit of a, weekly paging. Like, hey, let me know if you need anything. Should be a slow night at work. So.
All right. And a couple minutes later, you'll get a message back saying, "Good to know, might stop by later."
Sounds good. And she is off.
All right. So head on in, and one of the ladies working the desk, we'll say Beth, is sees you walk in and is like, "It's about time. I've been trying to get out of here like 15 minutes ago."
I know. I'm sorry about that. I had to stop for a second to pick something up.
It's okay. I get it. Not like a lot's happening in here right now anyway, but I'm just glad you're here now.
Of course, yeah. You get some rest.
Oh, I'll do my best. Morning will be here before we know it, and so need to get those blackout curtains kicking up.
Yeah. Gotta Go look into getting some more of those myself. All right. You have a good night. I'll handle whatever.
All right, sounds good. Mrs. Johnson's dog is still recovering from surgery, but really that's the only thing you need to be worrying about right now, unless somebody shows up with something.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out then. Thank you.
All right, yep, you have a good night.
You too.
And she sort of just like grabs her bag and walks out.
Yeah.
And
So
you sort of, yep.
Hanging out.
You hang out, and maybe about an hour or so goes by when you see the doors open, and it is not Merrick like you were expecting, but instead you see Florian walk into the establishment, and he sees you behind the desk, and he's just like, Scully!
Hello, Florian. It's been a second.
Yeah, it has.
I don't assume that you're coming in here with a sick pet, so what's up?
You're right, I don't. I also didn't bring any rats for you either, so sorry about that if you needed those. But yeah, I just wanted to, I was in the neighborhood, figured I'd see if you were here. You were here, so I walked in.
Yeah. Sounds good enough. How have you been?
Not too bad, I guess, trying to be as low key when I'm in the city lately, because
Yeah.
kind of scary, not gonna lie.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I mean, not necessarily being out of town is being safe, because when you see Zafir doing some fucking freaky shit, you question some things as to what's more dangerous, an active war zone or a crazy necromancer.
Yeah, I can bet. How's he doing? How's all that going for you?
Well, I mean, he's good, I guess. He's a hard guy to read. You met him, you know. But yeah, he seems okay. As okay as he normally is anyway. Yeah, I'm all right. I've definitely been worse, so that's something. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to check in with you, if that's okay, just because ever since that night last month, you've just sort of seemed a little off, if you get my meaning.
I mean, it makes sense. Don't exactly get hit with burning blood and might walk it off, but I've been doing okay. A bit on edge. I mean, again, I'm in the active war zone, so just trying to keep an eye on things.
Any luck with any of that? I mean, you seem to be staying low key, okay, but I mean, like, with the keeping an eye on things, anything I should be keeping an eye on?
I mean, have you been sent to any of those sites? Clean up.
Oh, I did end up going to the scene of the crime, if you will. Luckily, I mean, some of it was good, but you guys did a number in that place.
Yeah. What was the cover-up story again? I can't remember.
I think it was like they did some like cult shit or something. I don't remember. I was just making, I was just cleaning it up. But yeah, oh my god, so many zombies.
That guy had way too many. bodies.
Yeah. Yeah. I apparently. Yeah. Had a couple ashes to sweep up. There was like a couple, left behind weapons and that sort of thing that I made sure got sent to the appropriate places. But, yeah, I'd say I feel like that has to be the most notable one because, what can compare, at least lately.
Yeah. I was kind of wondering if Fresh Eyes. It's been a while, but anything can come up. Have you been sent to any of the Camarilla hits or?
I mean, there have been a couple people who have reached out, but then I've also been told stay the fuck away from those places. Yeah. So it's I've technically been offered, but then also shot down. It's a weird feeling. I'm not used to that, but but yeah, the whole thing seems like they're trying to be real hush-hush about specific details. Everyone seems on edge lately with what has happened.
Yeah.
And, it's hard to tell if it's because, some people know something that other people don't, or if they're just paranoid, or what exactly the deal is. But, it's hard to know who's going to snap when,
Yeah, no, for sure. Just stay safe out there. I've got a while left in my shift, but if you want to hang out here, I mean, I'm the only one who's gonna be here for a good long while. So,
sure. I'll hang out. I always like hanging out with you.
Appreciated, man. Bit of a shock, not gonna lie, but.
You're too modest. And then he sort of just sort of walks over to one of the waiting room benches, and then he just picks up a nearby issue of National Geographic, starts flipping through it.
All right. While he's doing that, I doubt that the coterie pager has really been getting. I mean, probably between you guys. Not sure if Scully's been paged on anything recently.
Yeah, I'd say, by and large, it hasn't had too much activity with, just everybody dealing with their own things and sort of just the state of things. You might have had the odd message here or there, but I'd say by and large it hasn't been as active as prior to the incident.
Yeah, I think Scully will take a second to page the people in the coterie and be like, hey, I'm not really in the loop with what's going on with your group, but we should catch up sometime.
All right. And with that, for now, we'll move on to Ephrem. Ephrem, what's the last month been like for you, and what are you up to on this Friday night?
Ephrem is at the Diablo Club tonight. The club is closed. They have closed for an indeterminate amount of time for renovations. He is in negotiations, shall we say, with the powers that be in the city to make the club into blanking on the word, Sanctuary.
Elysium.
Elysium. Thank you. I was blanking on the word. Into
Yes,
an
I
Elysium.
assumed that's what you were trying to go
Thank
with
you.
it.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
To turn into an Elysium. He has been struggling this last month with feelings that he has not had maybe ever in his life. Guilt, maybe a little bit of depression. Usually his ego and his need for himself has always kind of pushed him through these things. But the battle at the Masonic Temple revealed many things to him: the existence of angels, that there are powers outside of perhaps his power, and it probably cracked him. So he is coming back together, but maybe not quite what he was before. He is sitting in the office at the club. He never had to deal with paperwork. He never had to deal with anything. He was a DJ. He showed up. He drank blood. He partied all night. I mean, it was the Lost Boys,
Yeah.
And
Time of his life.
yeah, exactly. And now he is like looking at bills and emails, and he just kind of pushes back from the desk. He's like, fuck this. He's like, he just says, I gotta hire somebody to do this. And probably looks over at his phone. He's probably got like 10 texts from different patrons, hey, when is the club opening back up again? And and most of them he just ignores.
You have all the E's. All the E's are messaging you.
Exactly.
Like, when are we gonna see you again, babe?
Yeah. It's probably been closed for 2 weeks now. And who would he kind of be working with
to get this all set up?
Something, yeah.
I'd say the most likely person that you would be working with is the current keeper of Elysium, River Chloris, who you've had a couple interactions with at the other already established Elysium, but you have your own circle that you go with, and you're always gossiping with Pixie. She's taking up so much of your time. But yeah, I'd say River is probably the person that you are dealing with the most to try and get this set up as like an official Elysium.
The main Elysium is okay. It's just a little stiff. I
mean, I don't disagree.
So
we need variety.
Thank you. And I just feel that maybe if we have a place to kind of let our hair down, if you'll pardon the expression, maybe we can find a way to strengthen the Camarilla here in the city and come together and even he's thinking like, oh my God, I'm saying these like positive affirmations to come together to make us stronger, to help us root out any possible incursions.
I'm glad you feel that way, because it's day one. It's something that I've thought of where I've seen it done successfully in other cities, but I think a roaming Elysium is rather smart, where we don't have one set location. One set location makes us vulnerable, whereas every week, every 2 weeks, something along those lines, we shift where Elysium is being held. So one night, or one week, or one fortnight, it could be at the tower. One fortnight, it could be here. The next fortnight, perhaps somewhere else. But I think a good baseline is maybe 3 or 4 different locations for us to hold Elysium. So I think that your idea certainly holds merit.
When can I get the prince's blessing?
I will have to speak with her, knowing that your idea is already so similar to a belief that I had held from the beginning. I feel it should be easy enough to get her to sign off on this plan, but I will have to go speak with her personally about it.
And he kind of leans back and he's like, yeah, thank you for all your help. You've been invaluable. Let me ask a question.
Of course.
You know any accountants?
What, you don't have a ghoul who does that for you already?
Well, Jose's a DJ like me, so no, I don't.
Well, that's not very helpful in this particular instance.
Yeah, no, I need a somebody who he just like waves his hand and do all this.
Yeah, and she'll sort of like sort of just like pat you on the shoulder and just say, "I'll get you someone." That's one of the things us Ventrue do best.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
Of course.
And he'll.
I'll get back to you as soon as possible, unless you have anything else.
Yeah, he'll see her out, and then he stops and he's looking at. There's one spot where there is kind of just like a kind of a small bank of windows, and he's looking at it saying, "You know what would look awesome there would be stained glass. I got to think about what I would want there." And he walks over to a bar. Goes over to the bar, gets out a cocktail napkin, and starts sketching this picture of almost like a demon or something coming up out of fire or something.
Okay.
It's this hellish landscape. His drawing isn't that great. And he's kind of looking back up there, and he's like, there's got to be a way to get like a light outside to make it just shine through. And he just starts scribbling some ideas down, some notes and things like that. And just kind of, he's just wearing like a dress shirt tonight, just some nice slacks, and just kind of puts that in his pocket. And then he also notices the pager sitting there. He's like, it actually feels a tiny bit twinge of guilt. Like, I guess I haven't talked to the coterie in a while, I guess.
Yeah. And sort of like as you're feeling that twinge of guilt, you hear a sort of like a knock. It's sort of like an open door already. And River has already let herself out in your frantic idea. And you sort of just like hear a knock on the door frame essentially, and you see Rick there before you. It says, "Sub DJ Blackout."
Sup? Can I do for you?
Oh, I just came to drop something off. How are renovations going?
Slow. But hopefully I'm going to get some help around here.
Well, I'm sure it'll work out. I didn't really know where else to bring these. You can do what you want with them, but and then he sort of like pulls out from the sort of like tucked like in the back of his pants. He sort of just like pulls it out. Is sort of like what looks like a sort of like a silk cloth. And then he opens it up, and in it you see both of Gremory's knives.
And he just kind of pauses.
They've been, cleaned and polished and that sort of thing. No trace of blood or anything.
He is going to walk up. And for whatever reason, he's going to put his hand on them, and he's going to Well, he's not going to roll. He wants to use premonition.
Okay.
Yeah. And just see what kind of vibe he gets off them. So,
All right.
I got to do a rouse check. So,
Yep, got to do a rouse check.
and that is a success. Okay.
All
and then I'm
right.
supposed to roll resolve plus aspects.
That sounds correct to me.
That's what you get when you add all that shit into the thing. Let's see. So my aspects is 3. So and add resolve attribute. So, 4 successes.
4 successes.
Yeah.
All right. You place your hands on the knives and sort of just like close your eyes and just try and get a feeling for, whatever, if anything, you get off of these.
What does the future hold? So.
Yeah, exactly. And you see in sort of like quick flashes, you see the exterior of the Diablo Club finished post renovation. You see, you figured out how to get a spotlight just right to be able to send this image of a demonic figure being. It's a bit difficult to tell if it's rising up or if it's being banished down into the hellish fires below. You see further in, going through the stained glass, you see many patrons, mortal and kindred alike, just dancing like there's no tomorrow. You see Jose up on stage, DJing, doing better than he's ever done before.
Of course.
And
I trained him, so.
Exactly. Anything else would just be a disappointment.
Of course.
And as we pan down further into the crowd, you see yourself just dancing along with the rest of your coterie mates.
Even Delilah?
Even Delilah.
Okay.
Masked, of course. But,
of course. She doesn't always wear the mask, but sometimes she does.
Yes. But even she is there, yes. And you feel good. Like things are okay.
Okay.
And then you are thrust back into your present moment.
And he just kind of keeps his hand resting on them. He's like, I'm gonna have these mounted in the office. I think that's what they would have wanted. So he just kind of takes it and thank you.
Yeah, of course. Are you okay?
That's a good question.
Fair enough.
I feel okay for the moment, but he's like, he just kind of claps him on the shoulder, probably really un-Ephrem like,
Yeah.
He's like, but this is a, and he kind of has just kind of like a tiny bloody tear.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, this is a sign that things are just going to get better for me.
Yeah. And he sort of just like clasps you on the shoulder as well. And okay, well, if you need anything, you know how to reach me.
I do.
That's all I had for you, unless you need anything else before I go.
He ponders asking him about what quick books are. So he's like, and then he thinks about it. He's like, no, I don't really give a shit. No, I think I'm good for tonight.
All right. Well, take care of yourself.
All right.
And he heads on out.
And he's gonna lock the damn door now.
Yeah.
Because now people are just starting to walk in.
It's like, no, I don't need no people bothering me.
Exactly. So, who knows what kind of trash filth might walk in the door next.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So yeah, locks the door.
Yeah. And as you lock the door, you hear your pager over on the bar vibrate. And we will transition out of that for the moment.
Alrighty.
And we will go check in with Delilah.
Okay.
Delilah, what are you up to this Friday, and how have you been this past month?
I think in the past month she's feeling a lot better because she really realized that, eating rats instead of people was better, but not,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, actually, people kind of taste awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think she's ever done that. She was like starting off with rats thinking that was more ethical. So whatever. But so she's doing that, and she's probably like cleaning the house she's in and singing songs or something. So she's pretty happy.
So she's living her best life then.
She's doing good.
Love that. Love that for her. So what is she up to this Friday night?
She'll probably go to, let's see, she's cleaning her room out and making sure that it's, like better than it was before, maybe shifting paintings around, stuff like that. And then she's probably going to go to one of the clubs or something like that and see who's there.
Okay. All right. Do you have like a particular club in mind, or because as you would know, the Diablo Club is closed for renovations.
But there should be another one nearby, right?
Oh, there are plenty of clubs around.
Okay, so she's going to go into one of them, and she knows that the other one is not accessible at the moment, as far as she knows. So yeah, she's going to go into one of the other ones and just kind of see what's in there.
All right, you head on in, and this is a bit of a different atmosphere for you. Historically, you're not much of a club goer unless it's been specifically coterie business at the Diablo Club. So this is a bit out of the norm for you, but I'd say the closest one to you would probably be a club called Rumors.
Oh, okay.
And it's classic dancing under strobe lights. It's known to have karaoke, and it also has been known to have plenty of drag shows and male strippers.
Oh, wow. Okay. I think she's gonna put her mask on just because, and kind of just like walk around and see who's where, if I can identify any of these people, or what kind of dance is this, that kind of thing.
That's fair enough. Make me a wits awareness roll. First roll of the night, everybody.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, let me see if I can figure
Second roll of the night, everybody.
I'm trying to find it on her character sheet. Wits and awareness. Yes.
Do you want me to roll that for you, Jen?
Yes, please.
Okay. That's not
in my mind, I had it as just like, man, it's kind of hysterical that The first roll of the night is in a gay nightclub, but no, it's the second roll of the night, everybody.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, possible bestial failure.
Oh, no.
Great start. Okay. What is the total successes?
It was 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. It wasn't extremely high or anything like that.
Okay. All right.
But you're sort of like looking around and just seeing if anybody in general sort of like catches your attention. And you are sort of like looking around, and you do see a familiar face. It is not someone you would have expected to see here, but you recognize sort of like off in the distance, sort of just wallflowering it up just out of the strobing dance floor. You glance Dorothy Adkins of the Tremere Chantry.
Well, that's interesting.
Yes, the apprentice who has answered the door for you folks a couple of times.
Okay, I'll go over and say hello while wearing a mask.
Yeah. You walk over, and she's giving off the air, like before you approach her, she's giving off the air of nothing can faze me. But then as soon as you approach her, she's immediately like, and she just says, "You are the last person I would have expected to see here."
Yeah, I know the other club was having some kind of issue, or maybe being remodeled or something, but I just wanted to be around,
people.
Here. Yeah, I did that wrong. Yeah. So, how are you doing?
I am all right, I suppose.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm doing better. I'm doing okay.
Yes, I heard you were involved in that incident last month.
Yes. It was pretty brutal.
I can imagine. I heard there was plenty of necromancy.
I think that's right. It was kind of a lot to take on in one setting, so yeah.
I see. And you're sort of like getting the impression that she's like, I was not prepared to have a conversation, let alone I barely know how to socialize with people outside of the chantry.
Oh, no. Okay.
So she's like, it's basically like her it's basically like her version of being like, so some weather we're having, right?
Yeah, it's fine. I knew the other one was, I don't know, maybe they're remodeling it, but so I came over here.
Was it the male strippers? And then she sort of like gestures over to the stage where like 3 men are in Speedos just dancing.
Oh my gosh, yeah, she can, she's fine with that. Dancing is fine, but yeah. And I don't know, I just needed to get out of the coterie for a little while, so here I am.
I suppose that's fair enough. It's not something I can personally relate to, but I can understand it well enough, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's a tumultuous time in general right now.
True. Yeah, very true.
And she sort of like awkwardly adjusts her glasses and she's like holding a drink that she obviously cannot drink, but she basically like goes through the motions of like pretending to take a sip from it just because she doesn't know what else to do right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
So what would you be doing otherwise if you weren't here right now?
Oh, I don't know. I forgot that the other place was, I don't know if they're demolishing it, changing it. I don't know, but I just wanted to be around people for a while, and I'll probably go get a drink too.
Can you drink?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Another thing I cannot relate to.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I don't know. I'll just pick it up and walk around with it. No one will care. You know?
Fair enough. That's what I'm doing.
Yes,
so.
exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Just
she's gonna
look like you belong, and you belong.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go get a drink, and I don't know. I'll come back to you if you want to talk some more, but I'll go get that, and so I'll look less like this, basically.
I mean, you'll still look like this, but you're
Yes.
not exactly out of. There are stranger things in here for sure. I
yes.
mean, and then she sort of like gestures around to like all of the dudes who are in like puppy hoods, and she's like, I don't think you're entirely out of place.
Probably, yeah. Okay.
Some people will think it's just some obscure kink. It's fine.
Well, that'd be easier then. I mean, you know?
If there was any place you could look a little off, I think here is a perfectly acceptable one.
Yeah, I think so. So I'm gonna go get a drink and like pretend to drink it. Walk around. It was nice meeting up with you, though.
It was surprisingly nice running into you as well.
All right. So she's gonna go over to the bar and ask for a drink, and then kind of act like she's drinking it. You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just walking around.
And sort of like as you're walking around, that's when you too feel your pager vibrate.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So I
And
get out of my pocket and
Yep. And we will transition to our last member of the coterie, Yvaine.
Hey, what's up? It's me.
oh my.
Oh boy. So how's the last month been treating you, and what are you up to this Friday night?
Well, I'm so glad that you asked that.
I'm scared.
Are you supposed to say that as a storyteller?
I'll say it anyway.
You're scared. Okay. You know, it's been transformative. I think that's a great word. Theme. Transformative. Yvaine, after the events of last season, and this past month, has been feeling strong feelings on repeat incessantly. And this has manifested to some physical actions such as cutting off her hair multiple nights in a row, destroying her old apartment, leaving that apartment because essentially, you know, it doesn't feel safe now anymore. So she's just kind of been staying at the coterie house for the most part. But she has not, if anyone else has also been staying there, she's kind of like in and out. I don't know that she always has been staying there the past month, but she's not really like talking to very many people. She's just busy, that's all. She's just busy. She's been trying to set up some meetings with some people recently. And there are a couple people that she's been wanting to try and meet with, but that would involve having to reach out to her coterie members, and she's not quite ready for that just yet, or wasn't. So she kind of took care of some other things first. I think probably most recently, she's probably been trying to get some information, probably getting information from Hassan about the Banu Hakim primogen in hopes of being able to set up a meeting to speak with them. And trying to ignore the fact that she has no idea about what's going on over in the Anarch territory right now, except for what's kind of coming through the grapevine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Going to church, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. And I'd say that Hassan would have been able to get to you the previous night before this one, saying that Orenda, the Banu Hakim Primogen, would be willing to speak with you tonight.
Jesus. Okay.
He would reiterate that they seemed a bit reluctant about it, but that they would be willing to hear out whatever it is you had to say.
Okay. I think that Yvaine just will message back. It's to be expected. I will go expecting nothing other than hopefully to leave mostly unhindered, and if something good happens, then something good happens. Are you going to be present?
And he'll message back saying, I can be.
Are you too busy to be present?
No.
All right, then she'll just message, see you there.
Okay. All right. So, how are you looking going to this meeting?
How is she looking going into this meeting? I see this is somewhat important. The first thing is she would have asked, she kind of also asked, like, remember when I said, like, she wants to know what are Orenda's vibes? Like, how does Orenda normally look? Like, is Orenda giving, like, I don't fuck with anybody vibe? Is it I can't be bothered? Is it friendly to everyone but a few? I don't know.
I mean, as for their demeanor,
are they goth, punk? No.
Yeah, they're the most Bruja Banu Hakim you've ever seen. But as for demeanor, they tend to be, like, as a general rule, cordial and friendly, maybe a bit like serious looking, but by and large they tend to be rather cordial with the vast majority of people.
Okay. So a little more no nonsense than anything else.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, I'm okay with a little small talk, but don't beat around the bush and just get to the point.
That's perfect. That's what she needs to know. Half of the battle is knowing how a person wants you to address them. That's half the battle. So, okay, then she's going to go to this meeting. She's just gonna put on like a simple black outfit, like a simple long black dress. That's how she'll go. Nothing crazy. She's not wearing the hyper violet pink reflective dress. Is a little bit more serious.
All right.
And I think that if possible, she would shut up, Scully. Sorry, I'm being heckled.
I'm not there. Hello. No pink dress. Fucked up.
I think if she can, she's gonna go a little bit earlier in the night just to kind of get it done and over with. I think Yvaine has been just kind of, since everything happened and unfolded as it did, she had like kind of about like maybe a few days of like listlessness and just like pure I don't know what to do and how to get started. And then it was just like, I can't keep relying on anyone else but myself. And so I'm just going to start doing shit. And maybe if I just do it so well, I'll like prove to myself that I don't need to ask for any other assistance. Like, I can just handle this. It's fine.
Yeah.
So she's been like nose to the ground, like
She's just
grinding.
a gaslight gatekeep girl bossing herself.
This is a girl with imposter syndrome, heavy imposter syndrome, who is extremely severely anxious, going, I hate someone so much that I'm going to use that to fuel me just doing the things I need to call the doctor's office, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So she's going to head out. She's going to do this. I don't think this is probably the first meeting that she's done. I think that there probably have been...
Either.
Yeah, there's been... Some of the others may have been... Like, she might have been able to see them in passing in Elysium. I know some would be harder for her to meet with, but I think maybe Orenda was like she had to rely on this up.
Yeah, Orenda was definitely I need a more formal meeting. You know, people like Luna and Lincoln, it's like, I can just catch them when they're at Elysium. That's fine. But, yeah, but Orenda, definitely one where it's like, I need to set up an appointment.
Okay.
And so you head there. The meeting is set at their office at Elysium, and you head there early, and Hassan is already there waiting for you.
Okay. Yeah, Yvaine will walk up.
And he's dressed in his sort of like more standard attire, you know, dress shirt, dress pants, you know, that sort of one of those like silk floral designed vests that he likes to wear.
Yeah, styling. Nice. Respect it. Good drip. Okay, yeah. I think this is a little interesting because Yvaine last season was getting a little bit more confident in herself. And I don't think that the confidence has all fizzled out per se. I think that she's kind of gone back to a little bit of a somber feel right now for how she's dressing. But the actual energy about her, I think, is a little bit like frenetic. A little unsettled, if that makes sense. So we're just gonna walk up and say, "Oh, thank you for setting this up."
Of course.
I appreciate you being here as well. I know it's a little last minute on me to ask you for a favor, but I do appreciate it. So if something comes up that you need help with, let me know.
I will make note of that. Thank you. And he sort of just like sort of gestures to you, and he just says, "You look nice."
You too. And then they stare at each other, and it's just like, we should go inside. It's happening. Okay,
yes, we should.
Go inside. All right.
And
she'll gesture for him to lead the way.
And he sort of like leads you down the hall a bit, and knocks on one of the office doors, and you just hear, "You may enter." And he opens up the door, and sitting behind the desk, you see a rather androgynous indigenous person with extremely long, silky black hair that goes down to their lower back, and they're dressed rather simply. Just like black dress pants and a white button-up shirt. Please close the door behind you.
I shall do that without missing a beat. Sure. Hey. Let's turn around, close the door. And then she will just kind of take an empty seat across from this person.
Yep, they
Sorry,
gesture.
the screen froze for me, so I just wanted to make sure it didn't drop.
Yeah. And so they gesture for you to take a seat, but you notice that Hassan sort of like lingers back towards the door.
It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Yvaine Mallory.
I know who you are, but good to meet you as well.
She don't mean that. Okay. Yvaine's gonna kind of sit back, close her eyes, and say, I'm just going to get right to it because I would rather not waste your time.
That is appreciated.
I shall nod, say, I've come here because I know that you don't like my sire. And I...
With how bluntly you say that, they actually snicker at that.
And Yvaine would say, and I have come to realize that they cannot be allowed to have any of the things that they want. And because they have treated me like shit this entire time, I'd like to be the person to help orchestrate that happening. That is, taking everything that they're aiming for from them.
And you see them sort of raise an eyebrow quizzically and say, how interesting. And what exactly are you proposing?
Frey has had more time than I have to make his plans, build his alliances, and create his little schemes. And as frustrating as it is to admit it, he may be a lot of things, but he's not stupid. He's quite shrewd. Cruelly so, some would say. I would say. And so I have, in a gambit in which I'm willing to stake my own life on, told the prince that I plan to see if I can orchestrate essentially his removal permanently from this city. Or at least any avenue to any kind of power that he could hope to ever have here.
And what, pray tell, would what would your role in this be, and what would my role in this be?
As smart as he is, what Frey wants in this city is, or at least the step to getting all of the things that he wants in this city, are quite simple, and it's that he wants to be Primogen. And he has been working
that much is
tirelessly.
rather apparent.
Exactly. And it isn't that he probably can't do some of the things he's hoping for without that title, but that it will make the alliances and deals that he has made that much harder to keep, which will effectively, I would say, deter any further power grabs for some time, as well as taking away a significant chunk of authority that he currently has as a potential contender to become a primogen on the council. And so I figured that anybody who despises him as much as I have come to, or maybe more, I don't know, is a more beneficial ally to have than probably many others. And so I asked Hassan. She doesn't call him the Scourge. I guess she just calls him Hassan. I know that titles are important, but I've asked Hassan to arrange this meeting between us in hopes I could just lay this all out to you and see your thoughts. It's a bold gamble.
Make me a manipulation and persuasion roll.
You got it, boss. Oh no. With a Rinda? Oh no. What? You got one success? Arenda's going to turn the hyper beam on you immediately and eviscerate you on the spot. Okay, you said manipulation, persuasion?
Correct.
Alrighty. My pool for that is 7. However, oh my god.
Are you gonna blood surge?
Well, I'm like, well, because I can use awe. There's no cost for using awe for presence, correct? But you know what? No, she won't use anything. She's just gonna do this. She's just gonna go for it.
Okay.
Because I think that if anything, this would be a win to her if she can just talk her into maybe.
Yeah, I would say do it. I would say do it. No disciplines, no blood.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Wait. It's not terrible. It is not terrible. I did get 4 successes. I got an 8, 2 7s, and 1 9.
All right.
Wait, is a 6 a success?
A 6 is a success.
I have 5 successes.
5 successes.
Wow.
Okay. You see,
I'm gonna die this season. What the hell? Oh my god.
I would say Orenda leans forward on their desk, very clearly intrigued, and says, I was not expecting such audacity. I think I might start to like you.
Sorry, Tiara's smiling. I'm like, oh my god, are we friends? What? No. Yvaine is kind of starts a little bit surprised because she fully came here like, if anything, the best I can hope for is maybe like a tentative like truce with a still like, I don't fucking like you. But this is actually a little bit more positive than anything she was hoping for. So Yvaine's going to say, well, I was prepared for the worst outcome, so that is pleasant to hear. And I hope that maybe we can get along.
I make no promises to this gambit of yours, but I will at least give it some thought. If nothing else, it's enticing.
Then all I can do is continue to complete the work I've already started. And perhaps if I show you something impressive, it'll help continue spurring you towards my side. We'll see.
I suppose we shall.
Well, I suppose that's enough for a first meeting. It's been a pleasure.
Mine as well.
All right. Then Yvaine will get up and she'll smile with a little wave, and she will head for the door.
And
Simple
you,
and sweet.
yes, and you head to the door, and you see Hassan sort of like give a respectful bow to Orenda and say, "Thank you, my Primogen," and Orenda just says, "No, thank you, Jackal. We'll speak more later." And
Good. She didn't embarrass Hassan either. Cool.
yes. And then Hassan sort of like gives a knowing nod and then follows you out.
All right. After the door closes behind them, door closes behind them. I don't think like Yvaine she doesn't like start, she doesn't start getting like, oh my god, that was so scary. Like
Yeah, just like right outside the door.
Yeah, typical Yvaine fashion. I think that, which I think anybody would probably expect at this point, knowing her. But I think instead she just kind of lets out a long hiss of air. They don't need to breathe, but it's just kind of like a vocal signifier of releasing stress. But she just straightens her shoulders and she's like, well, that went better than I probably could have hoped for. So that's good.
I was certainly expecting them to be a bit more volatile, but this is good.
Indeed. And in fact, it even seems like they are not going to curse you later when you speak again for making them meet me. So that's also a win.
Agreed.
Well, there's still a few other people I need to speak with. But I suppose that will involve me utilizing some other connections. But I appreciate having your help.
Of course.
I do want to ask, I know that everything is kind of under wraps. What with all the things going on, but has there been any news at all about what happened in Ward 2?
Things have been slower than I would, or I think most anyone would like, as to finding out what exactly happened. And he'll sort of like look around real quick and then sort of just like gently grab your arm and then sort of like drag you off somewhere slightly more secluded.
Oh, okay. Dragged off.
And he and then he says, it may just be paranoia on people's parts, but It seems as though they're looking at most everyone who was there as a potential suspect. Everyone.
Okay. So then she's kind of picking up that means, like, the longer it drags on, it becomes clear that, like, why would the Camarilla people there randomly decide to murder her all of a sudden? Could have also potentially been somebody who's an anarch making a move. So everyone being a suspect. Okay. Well, I suppose that makes sense. I would imagine that the longer it takes for them to come forward with the actual culprit, the more believable that it could have been. But she also gives a knowing look. Anyone could have done something more likely and more believable.
Yes.
Do we think it's going to lead to any conflict further within the city?
I find it rather... conflict is already happening. It's in isolated bursts, but even tensions between wards 1 and 3 have been higher lately, just because they are also being targeted by what appear to be other anarchs. The anarchs obviously aren't a monolith, but from an outside perspective, it just looks like the anarchs are fighting both us and themselves.
Are the anarchs that... Wait, so he said Ward 3. Is Ward 3... Is Ward 3 the one that Merrick and Baron Walker are from?
Yes, along with Scully.
Oh, and Scully? Okay. Okay. So then Yvaine's gonna... I lost what I was gonna say. Shit. A question. Oh. So then, are the anarchs that are being attacked from the other wards? Or are they...
We don't know for sure.
So they could be unaligned with the wards?
They could be unaligned. Likely, this is both mine and the sheriff's theory, is that they're essentially remnants of Ward 2 who did not take kindly to all of the other players in the city moving in and taking over their territory.
Trying to absorb them. Yeah.
Yes. And so, whereas before they were just taking it out on us, now they're taking it out on everyone.
I don't suppose you're allowed to tell me if there's anything in the works to try and figure out who is responsible to resolve this?
All I can say right now is it's being worked on.
Fair enough.
To less of a degree than I would care for, but it is being worked on.
Alright, I suppose that makes sense. Maybe it's time to check in with a contact that might also be able to provide a little information. if I hear anything interesting, I'll be sure to send it along if I think it could be helpful.
And sort of like mid-conversation, you feel your pager buzz.
Okay, I shall kind of take a look at the pager real quick.
And when Yvaine, Ephrem, and Delilah, you'll look at your pagers, and it is from Scully saying, "We should meet up again soon."
Just says WYD. What you doing?
Right.
At work right now.
Yeah, she'll just kind of look at him and say, speaking of contacts, seems like it'll be possible sooner rather than later. Looks like I'm gonna have to get going. Question, is he still grabbing Yvaine's arm?
No. He would have let go as soon as they got to a more secluded area.
Okay. I probably am gonna need to get heading out to go and meet with the coterie for the first time in a bit.
Well, that should be good, I would hope.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
The last time I saw Ephrem, he was acting a little different. He seems to have been through a lot.
Well, his adoptive sire was killed in front of him.
Yes. And remind me, did Ephrem end up saying something about the fact that Hassan didn't Hassan come over last time and Ephrem was like,
yes, it was he answered, and he basically saw an avenging angel standing in the doorway.
Okay, has he mentioned that to anyone else, or is that just like it's on the inside I've been seeing thing?
I don't remember him distinctly saying that. So unless Tom says he would have mentioned that, it has not been mentioned.
Then Yvaine's just like, the last time that I saw him, he's obviously taking it hard, and he's just been pretty haunted, it seems. Not literally. Please don't think so. I hope not. Ugh. Rapes. But this would be good to check in with everyone, I suppose. I'll be in contact, and let's just look at him.
and he'll just look at you, and he'll just say, "Take care of yourself, and be careful out there."
She moves her hand, and then she just kind of puts a hand lightly on Hassan's shoulder, and she's just like pats it awkwardly. You too. It's so sterile. It's such a sterile touch.
And he sort of just like looks at that, and it's less like he feels awkward, and more like he feels awkward for you.
She's like, I don't even need to say it. I don't need to say it. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Yep, it's good to see you. We'll see you again soon, hopefully. Stay safe out there as well. And forget that I just did that, if you don't mind. Thank you.
I will do my best.
Alright, she'll give him a smile, but yeah, she's gonna head out to, I guess, towards the coterie house and kind of message the pager to page everyone, just like coterie house in 1 hour.
Okay. Yeah, she's Delilah's gonna.
Is
say,
it safe
okay.
for Scully to come to wherever the coterie house is right now?
It's sort of like bordering Camarilla territory and Ward 3, so it wouldn't necessarily be any more dangerous for her to go there than it normally would be. But
Then we'll just kind of message Scully separately, then it'd be like, do you need a ride?
I feel
Kind of dangerous out there.
How soon after like telling Florian he can hang out for a bit, are all of these messages?
I would
The
say
meeting happened.
Yeah, I was gonna say the meeting happened, but after the meeting is when you got the message. So
Yeah.
So I'd say I'd say you sent out the message, and then a couple minutes later, you get a message from Yvaine saying, "Coterie house? 1 hour?"
1 hour? Scully looks at the time left on her shift, and is like, 3 hours.
Yeah.
3 hours. Damn. Okay.
She just got it a little bit ago, like, you
Yeah,
know,
she's
come
only
on.
been here for like 2 hours, so.
Yeah.
Question. Listen, I mentioned this. How dangerous on a scale of 1 to 10?
Would it be to show up at Scully's work?
Yeah.
Does Yvaine even know where Scully works?
Scully,
You want to ride?
I think Scully, because I mean Scully's made that trip before. She'll message Yvaine back saying like should be good. Thank you for the offer. No.
No, really, I can come give you a ride. It's fun to get that.
Every bone in my body as me, Pluto, wanting to reply with bro. But yeah, no.
And then immediately, like after that is received, almost like immediately. Really, it would be no trouble at all for me to come to your location and get you in 3 hours at your location.
Scully hits Yvaine with just question mark.
I was like, and then Florian, like, sort of like sitting off to the side, sees Scully getting like more and more, I'd say irritated, just like messaging frantically on this pager, and he'll be like, "Are you okay over there?"
Yes, I am fine. Just give me a moment. Scully's gonna be just say, I have a car. And yeah.
Silence for like 20 seconds. And then you get, I see. And then it would save gas though.
And then as this is happening, you Scully,
Yvaine's
you
getting mad that Scully's not picking up what she's putting down.
as you hear if Scully, you hear the doors open once more, and you see Merrick walk in.
Oh, hey.
Hello. And he walks in, and he like then looks over and sees Florian just chilling with a National Geographic off to the side, sort of like splayed out, lounging on the couch. And he's like, "Sup?" And Merrick's like, "Is this a bad time?"
No, not really. What can I do for you, Merrick?
Just wanted to sort of give the briefest bare bones knowledge that I can give, and you can tell that he sort of like seems frustrated as he's talking.
Here or
And Florian's like, sort of like looks at you and then looks at Merrick and then looks at you and then looks at Merrick and looks at you again. And he's like, I'll go to the bathroom. And he just like gets up and takes the National Geographic with him and walks to the bathroom.
So, what is it?
Well, it appears that communication with, at the very least, between Baron Walker and the Camarilla are slowing down, which is not a particularly good sign. And I believe, yes, me. I believe that they are, whether in person or just through surveillance, are doing their best to keep a tabs on everyone who was involved that night.
Oh. Great. That's great for both of us.
I agree. And slightly unrelated, I believe, I'm sure it would be a safe assumption for you to draw as well, but I believe that Opal is the one in charge of these isolated attacks as retaliation.
That would track. She was rather loyal to Reyes, so. Right. Okay. Well noted. Should I be concerned about them jumping me?
I think out of, by they, do you mean Opal?
Yeah, mostly Opal.
Out of everyone there that night, I think you and I are the two who are the safest from her jumpings.
Yeah. You don't need to use that word, it's fine.
Very well.
But alright. Yeah, that's good to know. How long are keeping tabs on?
I believe they've been broadening their surveillance, at least to all parties who were there within the last week or so.
All right. Noted.
The longer this goes on, obviously, the messier it's going to get.
Well, I guess it's good that I was getting a bit tired of sitting around. I messaged the Camarilla folks, Rotary, seeing about meeting them after I'm done with my shift. So,
A sound. And
yeah.
just for old time's sake.
No, to catch up. Don't really know what's happened in the hits on their places. Might as well touch base, see if we've gotten any news from their side.
It makes sense. There's both the known factor of Opal and her retaliation and the unknown factor as to who exactly started all this in the first place.
Yeah. Plus, if we're... What? How many of us? That would make 4 of us all talking together, including you, that were there. Should maybe be able to get something else out of it, hopefully.
Would you like me to go?
If you would like to. I mean, feel like it would make sense to involve you.
Very well. I will make an appearance as well then.
Alright. Sounds good.
Should I retrieve your friend from the bathroom?
I can go get him, it's fine.
Very well. When are we meeting?
At the coterie house at end of shift, so about 3 hours.
All right. I will see you there then.
Alright. Stay safe.
You as well. And then he turns around and walks out.
I think that Scully is going to page Yvaine back with... We've established that the pagers are pretty safe communications. Yeah.
Yes.
Is me being stalked while you're asking? Why you're being so insistent? Like,
Wait, Scully's being stalked?
she's exaggerating a bit, but she's like, she was really trying to figure out, because
Immediately Yvaine's just like stalked in all caps with a question mark and an exclamation point.
watched. She'll clarify.
More question marks, exclamation point. Are you okay? Is the next response that comes through.
Do you just want to hang out with me? She's really confused. Scully's trying to like figure this out. There's like, why do you want to pick me
know
up?
that Yvaine's
Just
looking
being like-
at her pager right now. And
Just being like, what is this lady's
Uber.
problem?
Yeah. Okay, but like, Yvaine's okay. All right. All right. Let's. Yvaine's sitting in the back of the Uber going, why are you not picking up when I'm putting down? Obviously, I can't just like go there for no reason. So to Yvaine, she's like, this is not a weird ask. And I think that probably like, connect the dots. Like, I'm curious as to what's going on over there. Looking for a reason to go to Ward 3. Scully's just like, why are you bothering me? And Yvaine's like, are you serious right now?
Girl, you are asking the wrong vampire to pick up on things, especially over text.
Yeah, it's just like, you can't expect me to pick up on these social cues, let alone pick up on them over a text message.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Just gonna be like, I'll drive myself.
He's like, no, I'm good. For real, I'm good.
Yvaine does not respond. Yvaine doesn't.
Scully's gonna go and like knock on the bathroom door for Florian to come out. So.
All right, the Florian opens up and he's like, "Is the well-dressed guy gone?"
Yeah, he's out. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then he almost does like a courtesy flush of the toilet and then walks out.
It is literally right just like me and you in this building right now.
I mean, I know that, but I don't know. I thought it would be funny, and clearly it wasn't. And then he just walks and sits back down.
Scully is also gonna read Nat Geo magazines with him to pass the time. So.
All right. So everybody else has 3 hours to kill. Is there anything they want to do before the meetup at the coterie house? Any quick fire things?
I think Delilah's just gonna walk back to the coterie house because I don't really want to use the pagers to scan to try to link up everybody where they're at. So she's going home. Yeah.
You're like, this is way too annoying to use in this strobe light anyway.
Yeah. So she's just gonna walk home.
All right, sounds good.
I'd like to ask Rick for a favor.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I'd like to message him.
Okay.
And just saying, hi Rick, hope you're doing well. I understand things are busy right now due to everything blowing up. Do you know if it would be possible for me to chat with the sheriff about a business inquiry real quick when you aren't all nose to the grindstone?
And then a minute or two goes by and you get a message back saying, probably, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Sorry to bother you when you're busy. We should catch up soon.
And then he just says, no bother, and yes, we should.
Okay. It's like a video game right now, Yvaine. You just gotta start managing your relationships with the townspeople. It's fine. It's back normal. It's fine.
All right. Ephrem, anything in the 3 hours you wanted to do before the meetup?
No, not particular.
No, just look at the paperwork and think about how much you don't want to do it.
Really?
Basically, yeah.
Hey, you could work on hanging up the knives. We're gonna hang up the knives in the office.
Well, he thought about that, and he's like, I could have Jose do that. So,
it's less work for me.
yeah. No,
Also,
I mean, he'll go out to a store and buy all the things that are needed.
Also, he'll make it look nicer anyway.
Right, yeah. So, no, he's not particularly doing much. So, yeah, he'll basically just he'll probably lose track of time because even after a while, just seeing all this stuff come through the pager, he's like, "What the hell are they talking about?" And just just basically just it's like I gotta be there at this time, and just ignores the rest of it.
Yeah, it's like, okay, meeting in 3 hours. Okay, fine, whatever.
Yep.
I don't need to know anything else.
It doesn't look at the pager again until he gets there. So
I think then, since the coterie house will be pretty quiet, obviously Delilah will be coming back. Yvaine will go and I think she'll go there and she'll probably work on uploading some videos, some content. She will work on uploading some content.
All right.
So she does have a job, and I do forget that sometimes.
Gotta get those bucks somehow.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So, Delilah, you get back to the coterie house, and then not long after that, Yvaine arrives and basically just hurries up to her room real quick.
Hi, Delilah. Bye, Delilah.
Okay.
And then, let's say Ephrem, you're the next to arrive. Now, you do have a key. Even though you don't like to stay here, you do have a key to this place.
I think the last time he came, he did use the key and let himself in.
That is true.
Yeah. I remember that.
This time he knocks.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Delilah, you are the most accessible. So...
Right. So I'm going to go open the door. Oh, hi, Ephrem. Come in.
Hi, Delilah. And he'll just kind of slip past her.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of that John Travolta look around, kind of like, is everyone here?
I know Yvaine's here. I'm here. I think Scully's at work, maybe. I'm not sure exactly what work she does, but it's going to be a little while.
She's the one who wanted to meet. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scully did say, let's meet sometime, not immediately.
Right. Exactly that. Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, Scully wanted to meet up. It's all her fault.
And
Everyone just happened to be like free and was like, "Yeah, let's do it right now." And so he's like, "Wait,
I'm literally at work right now. What the hell, guys?"
we started the party without you.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry.
yeah, he'll do his usual look for something somewhere that looks clean and sit down.
Well, Delilah's been doing a lot of cleaning, so
Yeah.
everywhere looks clean.
Everywhere
good.
looks clean.
Well, then he
She's
doesn't have to
very
look like
neurotic about having like dirt everywhere, so she's just kind of like vacuuming and things like that.
So
Like, this is a home. It needs to look presentable.
Yes.
So he'll sit down opposite of wherever she was sitting, resting, or whatever,
Mhm.
and just kind of waits quietly.
Okay. I think she was trying to do some dishes real quick, so you could be in there if you want.
And he kind of peers his head back, like, "What do they eat?" And then
Very important.
and it doesn't ask, and just
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
it's
it's just I don't know. It just makes me feel like slightly
There's
more
food in there.
human. So, yeah,
there's food in that refrigerator."
yeah. Not that we can eat it, but
Yvaine can eat food.
oh, cool.
Yvaine can eat.
Starts to
Yvaine
purge
gotta
later.
throw it
Okay,
up
well,
now.
I was
You can eat some food.
say Yvaine can eat
Raw
some food.
Mhm.
It don't stay down now.
No, it will
She
not
can
stay
enjoy
down.
it because of the advantage, but no, she does have to puke it back up.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you know.
Let her enjoy it.
So actually, you'd probably be cleaning the toilet more than you'd be cleaning the refrigerator.
Unless she just pukes right in the trash can, but
I mean, yeah. Mhm.
Easy cleaning.
but Scully, your shift eventually draws to a close,
We've learned a
and
lot about lions, probably.
yeah,
Perhaps polar bears.
yeah, and Florian just sort of whips the National Geographic around and says, "I learned a lot about monkeys," and he just closes it and sets it down.
Well, I have to head on out to meeting. Where is the person for the next shift?
And he just says, "Hey, no one else is here. It's the end of your shift. That's on them, not you."
Okay, 1 second. She's gonna go check on the dog.
Okay.
and then stable to that, and then a message, send off a message, be like, I have something urgent to get to.
Love it. And
Things coming already.
yeah, and Florian's like, "That's what I'm talking about," and he's like, "Come on, let's go before they show up."
Yeah, so finishes up and goes to head out after at least getting a message back from the person that they know that just coming in a little late.
Yeah, and
And
they're like, "Sorry, be there in 15."
Okay, yeah. Scully
Slept through my alarm.
It's all balanced. Scully also missed the first 15 minutes, but just isn't saying. Okay.
All right, and Florian's like, "Well, don't want to hold you up, so I'll let you go, but don't be a stranger."
Mm-hmm. We should go out sometime.
And he's like,
Not like that.
"Oh, okay." I mean, either way, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah. All right. I'll let you know when I'm free. So.
All right, cool. And he'll hold out a fist bump.
Yep. Bumps it.
Deuces.
See ya.
And he walks off.
And Scully is gonna get into her. I think it was a truck. Honestly, I think that she had a truck last season.
That sounds correct.
Now I need to go and check later.
That sounds correct, but we'll choose to believe that is true.
The vehicle. She's gonna head over to the coterie house after this.
All right, head on over to the coterie house. You pull up, and about maybe like 30 seconds after, I'd say like about 30 seconds before you show up, Merrick also pulled up to the house and sort of like gets out of his car as you're parking. Hey.
Let's head in. Well, not head in. At least knock.
Do you tell us that he's coming? just need to know that. Do you mention that another person is coming up than you? You motherfucker.
So
plus one.
Yeah. You head up to the door. Knock.
You're just an sense.
I was say Delilah and Ephrem, you hear a knock at the door.
Oh, okay, I go open the door. Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
Come on in. Come on in.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Scully and Merrick walk in.
Yep.
And Merrick sort of like looks around and just says, "Is Yvaine not here?"
I think she ran upstairs really quick, so possibly she's here.
Really quick.
Flew by.
Like 2 hours.
Yeah, say really quick, and it's been 2.5 hours.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She's pretty intent on.
I feel like Yvaine comes down the stairs, like you just hear like some quick running down the stairs, just like, oh, sorry, I had to get changed again. I needed to make some content for my job. Oh, everyone's here. Wonderful. Scully.
Yes.
She says it like that.
Oh no.
Yeah, can I help you?
It's just like stares at Scully and then just nods and kind of strangely looks at Scully, then notices Merrick and is just like, oh, and Merrick, hello. Okay, full house.
Hello.
That's great news to know, everyone.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. Totally. Shall we all sit? I'm the only one not sitting. Right. She sits. Yeah. She had like a mindset, and this was not expected. And so now she's like, Scully's on my shit list.
Oops. Invited this guy that I'm pretty sure you're on good terms with.
Sits down, just like. So, I think that essentially Yvaine just kind of like threw back on the plain black dress, but I do think because she realized that time was like getting away from her when editing this content, she didn't take off like. She took the wig off, but she didn't take the makeup off, so it was just like,
I thought you were gonna say she didn't take. I thought you were gonna say she didn't take the wig off, and I was like, "That's kind of crazy."
Yeah, is wearing maybe like an electric green wig, like lace front wig, right now, and I'm like, that'd be crazy. That'd be so fun. No, but it's just like her hair, but like it's like that very bold, artistic kind of makeup that you see online a lot when people are like doing art like on their face. She's got that going on right now in bright colors, and so she's just like, fucking no, me. That's crazy. So,
Yeah,
hi everyone.
Hey, what happened last month? What's it been like for the past month for all of you? We'll start there.
Is this a wellness call?
No, it's not.
Is it an interrogation?
Not really. I wanted to catch up, touch base. I haven't really gotten to make any progress on what the fuck happened at the temple. And it's starting to look like it's going to be getting a bit bad for all of us that were there. Doesn't look great to be at the scene of a murder.
Yeah.
It rarely is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was brutal.
Yeah, about that.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're obviously pretty crazy. And it is truly unfortunate everything that transpired. But it's strange that so conveniently, from what I've heard, they found... I know the name of the person who died, right?
Reyes.
Yeah, it was
Creamery.
Amelia Reyes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, I mean the other person, like all the people who died. So I
Oh,
know there was
Bremer?
this Amelia Reyes.
Oh, Gremery?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Okay. So okay. So then Yvaine's just like, but I do find it a little bit strange that with, I believe, Gremery, right? Ephrem, that so conveniently Gremery's weapons were found in the Baron's body in an enclosed space with both members of the Anarch and members of the Camarilla. If it seems too convenient, it probably is, right? And I imagine that because this is still currently ongoing, and whoever actually didn't get away with the fall guy that they originally tried to frame, that this is probably going against what they were hoping for. I imagine the longer that any investigation into this goes on, the antsier the actual culprit is going to start to be.
Yeah.
Which means maybe we can catch them in a mistake.
That's true. I'm just hoping that we don't get hit by what's left of Ward 2 during all of this. But I've been thinking back on that night. I don't remember seeing anyone who could have potentially stolen the knife and then killed Reyes.
Nor do I.
I mean, they didn't need to be seen to
Yeah.
do what they did, right?
Yeah. I wonder if it's anybody that's somebody that wasn't supposed to be there, maybe.
Someone
know.
that no one noticed.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, there's plenty of things that you can do.
True. I mean, currently the way that I've been thinking about it is that there are maybe like a few, like maybe 3 possible scenarios that make the most sense.
Mhm.
Grimmery did actually kill the Baron, which seems unlikely, but it's I guess, a logical thought process.
Yeah.
Somebody implanted a command for Grimmery to do so.
Hmm.
Somebody was there unseen, which, of all of the weird things that we've seen over the course of the past year alone, it just makes sense. It's not weird to think of as being possible. And I'm sure
Yeah.
there's many other things that we haven't even started to think of yet that could potentially happen.
I mean, we don't know who all could have hurt. I mean, so many people were involved in taking.
We don't even know if there was somebody who was working with the Magar.
That is true. Seemed more of a solo flyer from what I could understand, though.
According to your sheriff, they did tend to be rather solitary creatures, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But didn't you also mention that he'd worked with someone before?
Yes.
So it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, that is very true. But I don't know if there would be a motive for him to kill Reyes specifically. Sure, there was scattering people a bit further, but really seemed like he was more of the mindset to just.
Oh, I don't think
Take
that
down.
the Magar did it. I think that if there was another kindred or element in the city that had made some kind of deal with this creature to help them move a little bit more easily without being so quickly tracked down, because it was a bit odd how long he was able to stay hidden. What with the gruesomeness of some of those murders, that perhaps they had a reason to sow disruption and discord within Ward 2 to create an opportunity where they could orchestrate something like this.
That's okay. I can see that. I can see why someone would love to do that. The question is, where would we be able to go and try and hunt down more information? Like, would Lorcan's hideout have been cleared out? Could maybe check there, but it's been a while. If you guys know where that could be. Otherwise, I think it's going to be a lot of asking around, trying to pick up leads to the grapevine.
And the difficult part with that is, since all of us seem to be under a looking glass right now, we may not be able to go through traditional avenues in gathering information.
But maybe I can.
That's true.
I wasn't there.
That is true. You are the one outlier in this situation.
Yeah.
If you all let me know what needs to be done, I can try and do it.
I mean, between me and, well, mostly Merrick, you're the more clued in to the goings on of Ward 3. I'd say that we have some sections covered. I'm just not sure what to ask around for just yet.
Ephrem, was there anyone that you could remember that Grimory seemed to mention somewhat frequently with distaste, or seemed apprehensive about in any way?
He just kind of cracks his neck a little bit. Tension. So you're asking, did he hold a grudge against anyone? Is that what you're asking?
No. Not did Grimory hold a grudge against anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anyone that Grimory felt odd about, apprehensive about, as if they had something either against them or that they needed to be careful with?
Mm. He kind of considers this for a moment and kind of looks over at Merrick and Scully. And then kind of looks back over at Yvaine and says, I think I'll just let Grimory's stories die with him, if you don't mind.
As you wish.
My memories of that night are fleeting at best, so I'm prepared to just move on from the whole event and continue my work for the Camarilla. And again, glances over at Scully and Merrick. So,
You have a nervous tick?
I've been feeling okay.
That's good. You're looking better.
Are we done here?
I don't know, are we?
And kind of glances around at the rest.
I mean, seems like you want to get out of here.
And he stands up and he's like, to be honest, I don't give a damn what happens in these wards. I've pledged to the Camarilla.
I think that they might be trying to make it your problem at some point in the future.
Being proactive to stop potential threats to destabilize the structure in the Camarilla, it's not a bad thing. I think what we're all here for, even though we are from different groups, is because we do not want chaos erupting everywhere. That puts us all at risk. And I think we can admit that as a common truth, at least.
I would hope we can.
He kind of considers it for a moment. He's like, I don't know if I agree with that at the moment.
That chaos is a bad thing?
He just kind of smiles. Sometimes it can be fun to shake things up. Sometimes a little bit of order is needed. So I guess it just depends on what side of the stick you're on, right? Some people don't like order.
Well, I would just say...
You sound like many an anarch I know.
And I would say it's fine to feel a certain way, but maybe don't say that anywhere near where the higher ups can hear it, because I don't know that they would share that same sentiment.
Oh, I don't know if I'm professing I want chaos. In fact, I don't want it. I'd like things to just go back to the way they were. Maybe I'm a dreamer, but maybe I've had some insight to some things getting a little bit better for myself. So,
All right. Well, I won't keep you here if you have no interest in investigating this further.
I really don't know.
All right.
And he will get up. And
We'll sidebar later, then have a wonderful evening and
Yep.
have fun at the club.
I'll kind of pause at the door and just kind of look over his shoulders. Oh, I'll be in touch. Don't worry.
Mm.
And heads out.
As soon as the door closes and Yvaine waits like 15 seconds, she hears footsteps receding. She's like, he needs a therapist. I don't know if you have anyone like that.
He's been through a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also recognizing that
Mhm.
and our condition, he needs a therapist, I think.
I think there are many.
Remind me if I'm wrong. Is it because he's Malkavian, isn't he?
He is
This
Malkavian,
TTR?
yes.
Yvaine's just like,
Oh my.
Okay.
Yvaine's
yeah.
just like, I mean, given the nature of our conditions and then also the inherent special nature of just things that go on, I don't know. I just feel like he seems like a leaf in the wind right now. And that seems a little dangerous.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be that dangerous as you're possibly thinking.
Not
But-
not necessarily to any of us or other people. I'm worried that he will put himself in danger.
Yeah. I can agree with that. I mean, as nice as it would be to go back to normal, I mean, we first met up because it's the whole thing with someone's trying to start shit between Cam and Anarchs. I'm not sure that we are in a position to be trying to return to normal right now.
Yeah. Mhm.
But,
That, and I know that, obviously the camera and arcs have their differences and their issues with one another.
Mhm.
And yet, at the end of the day, we are still all the same in some sense of the word. And this does potentially bode ill for all of us. We can all die pretty much the same.
yeah.
Death is a
This is
great
true.
equalizer.
As much as many of us would like to delude ourselves otherwise.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So I have great interest in having this figured out sooner rather than later, and everything erupting into flames, of which can kill us.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I've sat around for a month. I don't want to keep on watching shit get worse. Admittedly, there's been no news exactly, so might as well start trying to get ahead of things.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
If I was considering, Merrick, what's the territory split looking like right now?
It looks like Ward 1 has taken up about half of the what remained of Ward 2, and the Camarilla and Ward 3 are encroaching on the sort of remaining quarters of each.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking maybe I'd try and get back into the scenes I used to be. Maybe that will help a little bit with getting information. I don't know. Might be a bit dangerous, but I don't exactly have many other good ideas.
It certainly couldn't hurt. I'd advise not doing it by yourself, though.
Yeah. I mean, if you're able to keep an ear out in general Ward 3 business, and then Yvaine can keep a bit of a feeler on Camarilla. I know that you've got your own clan and such, but and then
I can keep an ear out in Ward 3, and you have Hikata connections, if I recall correctly, yes?
yeah, I can ask about that.
It may not hurt to put feelers out with them just in case. They may be outside the city proper, but they have ways of getting information that many of us do not.
Yeah. I'll have to ask about that. And hopefully we'll be able to dredge something up outside of just the remnants of Ward 2 being rightfully angry and hitting whoever they think might have done it. I don't want to sit around and wait for them to decide, well, might as well hit me, so.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I can agree with that sentiment. Tired of being at the whims of every other player in this city that decides that they want to go and do sneaky shit to upset the balance of things.
Yeah. I really would prefer to just be doing my vet job right now. I'm not going to lie. But, you know. Alright. So, trying to think of where to start. I mean, I can ask around with the Hikata and see about those other scenes. Do you guys have any ideas on where to start on where you can go?
I can try tracking Opal down.
It wouldn't be a bad idea to try and, I don't know, talk with her face to face. She was also there. She might have also seen something that none of us did.
I think everyone that went in there was traumatized.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I suppose, and Yvaine has kind of been just like looking off a little bit. But sits forward and looks at the group. And it's like, but if she already is looking at any of you with suspicion, then that also means that she could try and kill you.
Yeah. Merrick, if you're
So
going
do you
to...
really think it's smart to just go and try and seek her out?
I mean, it can definitely hurt, but...
I think at the very least it would be beneficial to have eyes on her so we can know what she's up to next.
Yeah.
Even if we don't speak with her face to face.
Yeah.
And it would just be you two going to take care of this.
Opal, I mean, most likely. I mean, she might be in Camarilla territories.
Yes, that's the problem. Her and whoever she's working with have been striking all over.
Yeah. So let's try and maybe pin down where Opal is as well. We're at it. If she is willing to talk, which I don't have high hopes for that, but it might be a good idea to try and get in contact regardless. I don't know if she'll want it. It doesn't seem like she's going to want to talk it out. But
are you prepared for the consequences of what will happen if you have to kill her?
Pissing off Ward 2, what remains of Ward 2 even more. Probably.
Potentially exacerbating the issue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or snuffing it out.
Either or. It depends on like what exactly the state is of Ward 2 right now. I mean, I can't say for all Anarchs, but I imagine that it's the same for the Camarilla, where just because you're underneath someone's territory doesn't exactly mean that you follow them.
Care about them in any way.
Mm-hmm. Which Opal cared that way about Reyes, it seemed, but who knows about the rest of Ward 2? Yeah.
Sure. That's fair. I mean, I can try and do my best to gather information here as well. Mm-hmm. Delilah, I know you would be under scrutiny since you were there, but still, maybe if we put at least our two heads together, we could catch a thread. And who knows, maybe Ephrem will come around.
Maybe.
Perhaps trying again with a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's, like I said, he's been through a whole lot, and so have I. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well.
We all kind of know what we're doing then?
Mm-hmm.
Generally speaking.
Yeah.
Seems so.
Sweetie. There's quite a bit of time left in the night, but I'm going to go ahead and head out then.
All right. Stay safe.
Yep, I'll certainly try. Mm-hmm. Page me if you need anything.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Bye.
Be safe.
Yes. Goodbye.
Bye.
Merrick also stands up, but instead of heading towards the door, he walks over towards Yvaine and says,
"No."
And he says, "Can we talk?"
Whoa, that feels scary. Okay, Yvaine looks at Merrick. This bright ass blue makeup that she's got on her eyes. And she's like, yes, we should. And I would also like to talk to you. But maybe I can clean this off first, if that's all right.
Well, of course.
Okay. Do you want to speak outside the house, the backyard, my room?
Wherever you would prefer.
Okay, sure. Why don't you just meet me upstairs?
Okay. And he just walks upstairs.
Okay. As soon as he walks upstairs, Delilah, all you see is Yvaine's face go, fuck. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm like reading your lips. Like, yeah. You know?
She just kind of mutters, I wanted to have a talk, but I was not prepared for any of this tonight. Looking like this, doing this, whatever.
All right, go
It's
do
fine.
what you need to do.
Yeah, you're right. But she's gonna go to the bathroom, wash her face off, and she'll head upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And you walk in, and
If you be like, I killed Baron Reyes.
no, you
It was me.
and no, you walk in, and he's just sitting on the bed, sort of awkwardly.
As she walks in, closes the door, and stays with her back against the door. She's just like, it's been a while. Hello.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that. Things have just been crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. It has.
I missed you.
Is she not? Is she kind of nods to herself. Doesn't speak at first. I missed you too. I started to say more than just, checking in, to making sure everything is okay, as okay as it can be. But every time I started to do that, I didn't know that if it was right for me to burden you like that. But I did. There were things I wanted to say, and there were times I wanted to reach out and ask if there was any chance that we could just even meet up briefly, just to talk and to check in. And I didn't. And I don't know if that was a good decision or a terrible one. But I'm glad you're okay. As she looks at him. That was all said while, kind of looking at him, and then looking down, and then looking at him, but then looking off.
Well, you still made it further than I did. Every time I thought about reaching out, I just convinced myself not to, that you're dealing with what you're dealing with, and I'm busy anyway, and yeah. I would always talk myself out of it.
I don't know how to do any of this at all.
And what is this? Talk?
I know how to talk. I am not sure how to navigate all of these things, and I never was when I was still human, and I definitely don't know now, given everything. But it doesn't mean that I don't want to figure out how to navigate it. if that's okay.
Yeah.
But...
And he, well, as you're talking, he stands up.
She's like, but she has to come clean immediately.
Okay.
This will not stand. So she sees Merrick get up, and she kind of puts a hand on. And she's like, but hurriedly, and a little unsure. I said, we really need to talk. Need to talk first, but I'm afraid if you get too close to me, then I'm going to forget all the things that I want to talk about. So, talk first.
And he said, without saying anything, he sort of just nods and he sits back down.
A lot happened while we did not see each other. And I think that goes for both of us. Obviously over the past month, and also obviously I didn't show up to that fight, and I'm sure that is noticeable, noticeably causing a little bit of tension with some other elements of things going on with the coterie and everything else. But I think that we should kind of discuss the things that happened during that time. The first of which would be, I didn't show up because I didn't show up because I couldn't show up. Not because I didn't want to.
What do you mean?
Frey and I had a bit of an issue. And the issue made it so that I was unable to be present there for some time. Because he's been unhappy with the way that I have been acting this, the past so odd months.
Yeah, and so as you're saying this, you notice that he's sort of like, sort of like quietly like clenching his fist.
I don't like him. Yeah.
And sort of like as you're going into slightly more detail about it, you notice that sort of like his fingers, you have a feeling this is happening almost like subconsciously for him, that his fingers are sort of like turning into sort of like bony white protrusions, and sort of like almost like the equivalent of like, digging your fingernails into your palm. The bony protrusions start poking out the back of his hand because they're extending from his fingers.
Damn. Jesus.
And then he notices it happening and he sort of like tries to relax.
I'm going to tell you everything kind of in a brief summary. I don't think that getting into the nitty-gritty of the details will do either of us much good right now. And I have some other things I need to take care of, and don't really want any of those thoughts affecting the way I need to go about my business tonight and tomorrow. But Frey had me essentially dragged from my apartment and brought in for a chat. And when I did not give him the answers that he wanted. He tried to beat the agreement into me, and then just kind of let me marinate in that for a while. And after he was, I think we said that she's not, she is or is not aware that he did something to her, but she doesn't really understand.
She felt something happen, but she wasn't entirely sure what it was.
Right.
Though I think her and Hassan sort of like had a talk about it after the fact, and he sort he sort of like clarified some things for her, and that was her like, oh fuck moment.
Thank you. You're right. Thank you. So she said, he did something to me before I left. And then the Scourge Hassan was able to provide some more information when I brought it up to him later that he had blood bonded me and what the nature of that means. So, definitely still want to help. However, I do think that given that I know that Frey moves for his own designs and what he wants, that may potentially mean that I might get pulled away randomly to take care of something for him. And I don't know if I'll be able to not do that. But that's why I couldn't be there. And what was born of that was a resolve to steal the Primogen seat from him on the council. She stares at me.
Ambitious.
I've already spoken to the prince about it. Now that I know there is a growing feeling that if I leave well enough alone, something terrible will happen. And I don't know if that is a gut feeling that can be trusted or some inherent nature of the condition of being a vampire. All I know is that I have never hated someone so much in my life. Loved someone so much that it disgusted me and made me feel dirty. And so I have to get rid of that feeling with whatever it takes. But also, I care about this place and I care about the people in it, which is probably a bit strange. But I don't want to see Frey sink his claws into it and do whatever he wants. And if that means becoming his enemy, then I suppose that's what it means. Shucks. Now, I know that's a lot to handle. The very last thing that I want...
there's more?
This! Tiara. Yeah. Very last thing that I want to bring up, because that is business. This is not business. This is personal. Obviously, there's tension between you and I. We have stated that we enjoy each other's company very much. Talks beyond that did not really have a chance to happen. But oh, Merrick. So in my distressed mood after fleeing Frey's haven, I came back here because I didn't feel safe going to my haven, and I wanted to ask you to come, and I couldn't because I had let everyone down and I wasn't there, and I felt that I couldn't do that. And so I asked for someone to come to help me because I thought that I was going to absolutely lose it. I thought I was going to succumb to whatever overwhelming rage and anger and whatever it was inside of me. And I asked for what I was hoping for was to be comforted by someone, to be talked out of doing anything crazy by someone. And I called Hassan over, and we kissed. And so you need to know that. And I am sorry. I am very sorry because I know we did not have a conversation about anything. And I know that I was in distress, but it feels like a betrayal of your trust, even if we didn't have that conversation. And I've realized that I have very confusing feelings about you and very confusing feelings about Hassan. And while nothing else happened, that's very prominent. And so I feel a little uncomfortable trying to get close to you after having done that without talking about this.
And
that's where the game ends. No.
and he stands up and then sort of like paces slightly, and he just says, part of me wants to just be upset, and another part of me really just wants to kiss you right now. And I'm having a hard time deciding which one should win out.
Me, Tiara, putting the no Pete room for Jesus sign in between these two. Yvaine, unsure, a little. I won't deny that I want you here. But you have every right to be upset with me and to not want anything to do with me. And so I will only apologize and say that if you still want to talk about what things could look like moving forward, that I would be open to it, and if not, I will respect whatever decision you make. If she presses up against the door because she's like, I'm very uncomfortable with this serious discussion I've never had to have in my life. So yeah.
And and he'll sort of like pick up on the energy that you're like,
she's just flustered. She's like not.
He'll sort of like pick up on the energy of like, I don't really want to be talking right now. I'm not comfortable with talking. And And he'll sort of just like walk up to you and just say, "We can talk later," and then he'll go to kiss you.
Well, kids, when we fade to black.
We do,
held the poor coterie members here hostage.
Yes, we fade to black, and whatever debaucherous things happen. But before we fade out,
gosh, I can't believe it.
But before we fade out real quick, we're gonna cut back to Ephrem just very quickly. Ephrem, as you're heading off to parts unknown, likely the Diablo Club, you feel a premonition overtake you, almost at random.
Okay.
And you're in sort of like almost like a black void. And you see sort of like descending from the equivalent of the sky, a figure made of what looks like entirely out of blood.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Just descends down, and
should I roll for sanity? So.
No. You're fine. This isn't Call of Cthulhu.
Right.
But descends down and perches itself directly behind what appears to be Yvaine's sire, Frey.
Okay.
And he sort of like is staring out, ambition in his eyes. And this figure made of blood, it's a bit difficult to discern if it's supposed to look like anyone in particular or if it's what it's supposed to be. But this figure takes its hands, sort of like wraps them around Frey's head, and then snaps his neck. And the snapping of his neck brings you back to the present moment. And that is where we'll stop tonight.
Whoa!
All right.
I know we didn't see it, but wait, whose neck? Frey snapped someone's neck, or did Frey's neck get snapped?
No, Frey's neck got snapped by whoever or whatever this bloody figure behind him was supposed to be.
Wow.
Oh.
That's crazy. Somebody's trying to encroach on my territory. I'm disturbed.
Oh, wow.
I've been plotting this for over a year now.
Awesome.
Oh man.
All right.
Wow.
Wow.
He's just
Thanks,
really
everybody.
hateable.
That's an intro session.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Everybody
my
coming
lovely
in,
players.
Hey, how's it going?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for running that. We appreciate it. Anybody who's watching, thank you for your support. We appreciate you sticking with us. Please give the video a like, subscribe if you would. And I believe we will be back next Friday night.
Yes.
Indeed.
Episode. So,
Sounds good.
anybody have anything they want to plug? Anything going on?
I don't really think I have anything to say besides the fact that my Twitch name has changed.
I did notice that.
So,
Oh, okay.
but that's about it. So,
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's wrap up, and we'll see everybody next week. Good night.
Right.
good night.
Good night, everybody.
All right.